Hey everybody, welcome to the Extra Flick Show. I'm Shawn, and I just finished watching Ironheart episodes 3 through 6, and I wanted to share my thoughts. Let's get into it. Alright, so first of all, I just like to say I really enjoyed the show. A lot of people are back and forth on whether they like it or not. For me, it was, I thought it was a pretty good show. I think it's one of the better shows they've done. I mean, it's not on Loki and WandaVision level, but still very good. I liked a lot of the characters. The family was really cool. The crew was okay. You know, I mean, they're not the best. They're not the strongest points. I feel like in these later episodes, they were more interesting, but they still, I mean, they're not real, complex characters or anything. You don't really know too much about them. But at least, they started kind of coming around, and, when they realized that the Hood was responsible for Eric Andre's or Rampage's death, that they, kind of had a little bit of a change in heart, So I don't know. They were okay characters. They weren't the best, but I don't think they were really supposed to be the main focus anyways. I feel like the heart of the family is more about it. Riri's heart and soul, particularly her soul. So yeah, in these 3 episodes, I could tell the difference between the directors. I think I liked the first 3 the way they were directed better. It wasn't too far off. I mean, they stuck it pretty well, keeping everything fluid between the 2 directors, and I think they did a good job. But I will say there's some things that sort of bothered me, particularly the ending. Being very open-ended. I mean, it's so unlikely that we're going to get another series of this. I really wish they'd surprise us and say they did, maybe already make another series or a season, or that they've greenlit another season. But I just don't think they're going to, with the way they're trying to control things. But we did get the huge needle drop moment of finally seeing Mephisto, and so that was a really big deal. A lot of us have been waiting for that for a long time, whether they ever admit it or not. Like, there was signs that, and if he wasn't supposed to be there, he should have been. If there was never any plan earlier on to have him. I mean, all these characters, Wanda and stuff, Thanos. I mean, you could have had Mephisto in the comics. Mephisto is the one who helps convince Thanos that he should be trying to impress Death. Thanos has totally different motives in the comics than he did in the movies. So Mephisto is a huge character in the Infinity Saga, and just in comics in general, with Doctor Doom. So, that is one exciting thing, that maybe now that Sacha Baron Cohen is officially Mephisto, maybe he's going to show up in Doomsday or one of these other Avengers movies, and maybe explain the way that Iron Man or that Tony Stark, or if there's some sort of connection where Tony Stark became Doctor Doom. I mean, they're not saying that right now, but if there is, this could be the way they did it. Maybe right upon snapping, Mephisto was there and made a deal with him. Maybe Mephisto is the one, maybe he made the deal beforehand and was like, I'll make sure you can get the gauntlet, or I'll make sure you can get the stones on your gauntlet if you make a deal with me, and then there was a trade-off. So it'll be interesting to see how they tie that all together, because if they don't use him in Doomsday, it's going to really be an odd situation where, like, why do we even introduce this guy? I mean, I guess you had to. I mean, this show did deserve to be released. It was a pretty good show. It's kind of crazy that it sat on the shelf for so long, but I'm glad that it finally came out, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, overall, I'd probably give, I don't know, I'd probably give the show 3.5, 4 stars out of 5, probably 4. I really enjoyed it. I mean, there's times where I was on the edge of my seat and like talking to the show, talking to Riri, being like, why are you doing this? I mean, she made some stupid decisions for one of the smartest people on the planet, but just because you're smart about science doesn't mean you know how to make the right choices about things, I mean, that's pretty common, actually. A lot of really smart people aren't good socially. So, it's not too crazy that she doesn't have the best... I wouldn't say she has the worst moral compass, but she makes some interesting choices in order to reach the goals. After you just saw what happened to, Parker, you're still gonna accept this deal from this guy. I mean, you saw what it was doing to him. I just, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, and also, clearly the whole reason the AI of Natalie went away was because she put the magic in the suit and then Mephisto made it go away. I mean, he's got control. He's the master manipulator. That's what he does. That's what he's always done. He works from behind the scenes. I did think it was pretty funny when in the 5th episode, I don't understand what the whole Red M thing was about. What a misdirect that was. But for them to act like for a second that it was Dormammu, that was pretty funny. But as soon as Zelma, I can't remember her name right now. As soon as she said that there was 50-50 chance, it was like, okay, we have a pretty good idea, some of us, what the other option is. There's only 2 options. You're saying 50%. That means there's one other person it could be. and then when she brought it down to 47%, it was like, oh shit, that means there's a 53% chance that it's the other guy. And that is who it ended up being. And it was just so cool. I'm so glad that we finally got Mephisto in the universe. And I like the Ironheart character now much more than I did in the Black Panther 2. I did not like her suit in that. I like the new suit a lot from the Barracuda car that she rebuilt. And I am left wondering how does this... Where does this go? Because now she has this hanging over her. I mean, she's probably going to be one of the evil Avengers. If there's evil Avengers in Doomsday, she's probably going to be on the bad side because she'll have to be because of Mephisto. So I don't know where they're going to go with this. I don't know if we're going to get to see... I hope we get to see more of her as Ironheart now. And I do hope we get to see more Mephisto. I hope it ties into the main story. I hope this isn't just a dead end that leaves us without an answer. I mean, that's, shades of Sopranos here. Like, how do you end on this note and never let us know what happened? So hopefully the plan is to wrap this up or bring it to fruition in the next Avengers movies, particularly Doomsday. I mean, I really hope they do some Mephisto stuff with Doom, even if it's not to bring Tony Stark in as a Doom. I mean, Doom got his powers, his magic powers, from Mephisto trying to save his mother. Well, no, I don't know if he had his power. Yeah, I think he got a lot of powers from Mephisto. I don't know if he got his original powers. I think he might have been messing around with some a little bit before then, but he's definitely done a lot with Mephisto. Him and Doctor Strange went there to save his mother. I mean, there's all kinds of backstory of Mephisto and Doom. So I don't really know all of the answers to all that. I'm gonna have to do some more research. I'll most likely be covering this in full detail at some point with Austin. We'll do a full spoiler discussion where we really break down what happened in the episodes and stuff, all 1 through 6. And so we'll probably be doing that. We'll probably be doing that at a later date. So stay tuned for that. And I appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you to the people who've subscribed so far. It means a lot. I'm interested in hearing what you guys think of it. If anybody has an opinion, did you hate it? Did you like it? I mean, it's not for everybody, I'm sure, but I enjoyed it. So I love to have discussion about it. Tell me what you did like. Tell me what you didn't like. It's all cool. And yeah, I guess that's all for today. Have a good one.